What up, everyone? It's your boy, Satemangali, the Reverend of the Revolution, welcoming you to another edition of your Daily Revolution, the podcast that helps you to wake up, to turn your brain on, and to prosper in every part of your life, your body, your being, your balance, and your business, every single day. Today's topic, honor your parents. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. As I do this podcast, I am emotional because I just paid off my parents' vehicle. Like, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, to be able to give back to my parents, right? To help them out. And I've got two sets of parents. My folks were divorced when I was in fourth grade, and it was traumatizing. I ain't gonna lie, it was difficult on me, and it shaped a lot of how I viewed marriage and relationships. Now all is well, right? My parents are great friends. They go to each other's homes. They were at family functions. It's like one of those things where something devastating became something beautiful and empowering for all of us. And one of the sets of my parents, right? My dad and my mom, my dad, who I'm named after, a year ago, he was fighting for his life. Right, he had like 2 weeks to live, and he's made it through. Now he can't drive. His sight is diminished. He's not the same guy that used to go fishing all the time and play with the grandkids and barbecue and hang out and ride four-wheelers. So we were in spring break. We just got back into California from spring break, and my parents said, "Oh, we just got this new car," and it was obviously new for them. And something inside of me said, "Pay this off for them." And I didn't hesitate. I talked to my best friend, my business partner, my lover, mother of my children, my goddess, my wife, and I said, "Baby, are you okay if we do this?" And of course, my wife says, "Yes." My wife's all about it. Of course, I ask her, and she asks me, and like, we love to give money when we can, right? We have it so we can give. That's what it's about. That's what the revolution's about anyways. It was never an accumulation of money, but it was a utilization of money. And so she says, "Yeah." So it's Monday today that I'm doing this, and I called him. I told my brother, Operation, right? My younger brother's in high school. I said, "I need you to get this information for me. Don't let mom and dad know." So it's like midnight last night. He's texting me the information. I'm like, "Dude, you should be asleep." He gets me the information. I call him up. He said, "Hey," and then the guy's like, "By the way, did you play for the Patriots?" I'm like, "I sure did." He's like, "Man, I wore your Super Bowl ring once. You came and spoke to our group. It was so awesome, man. It's so cool to see what you're doing. Man, this is so cool that you're paying your parents' car." It was a cool experience. So talked to the guy this morning about an hour ago, and I'm like, "Here it is. Let's get this thing paid off." Saved my parents several thousands of dollars in payments and of interest, right? Just of interest. And I get a message from my mom that says, "I was so worried how we were going to make these payments, but I figured it would just work out somehow, and you come in and do this for us." I honor my parents. I love my parents. They have made sacrifices over and over and over again for me. My mom, my dad, my mom. They have supported me when I played football, when I went to college, when I was in high school. They watch my boys. They love their grandkids. Like, we went over to see my dad on the day before we left, and he's like, first question, he was like, where's the boys? And my wife and I laughed because we knew he was going to say, "I don't want to see you guys. I want to see my grandkids." And I share this message with you, and it's like this good feeling inside of me because I can honor them. How do you honor your parents? The way you honor them is how you live. How you are remembered, because that is their name that you are carrying forth. My dad told me long ago, he said, "Son, you got one name. You get one name on this earth. Be mindful what you do with it." He's like, "It's my name. I'm named after my dad. I'm a junior." So there's Satemangali Sr., and then there's my dad, who is Royal West. He's also my dad. He married my mom. And I honor my parents. And I love them. And I'm so grateful for them. Do you honor your parents? Do you live a life that they could look back and say, "Yes, this is what we taught them"? I look at my boys today. I'm 9, 6, and 3 at this time. And I tell them, "Son, you represent mom and dad. You represent papa and grandma and all your grandparents. You represent our people. Right? Be a beacon of light. Of course, they're young, so I'm still teaching them like common courtesy and power and goal setting and just all the things that make a man a contributor in society and not just a moocher, looter, and taker. So how do you honor your parents? The thing that I love about this is on my goals I tell has been to pay off my parents' homes and to pay off their debts. And while I'm not quite there yet to pay off homes, that will be one that I absolutely do. So what drives me to push the podcast, to coach clients, to expand my power? What drives me to do all these things that to the outside world they're like, you're crazy? What drives me to do Kokoro, Seal Fit, the 50-hour juggernaut? Because I have a big why. And my why is my parents, my wife, my sons, the people that I can impact and make a difference for as a preacher, as an evangelist, as an exhorter, as an encourager, as a coach, as a mentor, as a leader. I truly believe the purpose of existence is expansion and value creation. Another way of saying that is just to grow to become your greatest self and then to turn around and to serve other people with your job, with your skills, with your talents, with your resources, with your time, with your words, with your example. I honor my mom and my dad, my parents. I honor my wife's parents, who are so awesome. And I just wanted to share this podcast because what a beautiful day for me just to feel, wow, this is something I always said I wanted to do, and I get to do it. Right? And there was a piece of me for a moment that wanted to hesitate, but I knew deep in my heart the voice said, pay their car off. So I honored them. And it was awesome because as I shot them a message today, and I said, hey, I just wanted you to know, like, I took care of this for you. My dad's like, I'm crying right now. My mom's like, man, beyond, there's no words. And all I said today to them was, thank you. You've made this possible. You've raised me. Like, you've taught me. You've loved me, and you've never, like, cast me aside when I made poor choices in the past. So will you listen or honor your parents? And if you haven't talked to your parents lately, shame on you. Pick up your phone, call them, message them with technology, FaceTime, Voxer, instant messaging, Facebook messaging, voice messaging. There is no excuse for you to not have a relationship with your parents. Yes, there is no excuse at all. Whether it's a weekly call, a weekly message, a daily message, no excuse. And I invite you to honor your parents. See, I always say this to my boys. I tell my boys, they're only 9, 6, and 3. I tell them all the time, when you have kids, I'm going to spoil your kids. And they laugh and giggle because they love their grandparents. They love being with my parents. They love their grandmas and their papas. I'm already planting the seeds in my boys, and I want my boys to visit me, so I show them how it's done. We go visit my parents. We spend time and energy and money in getting to Utah, getting to Missouri, because I want my boys to know when they get older and have their spouse, their wife, and their children, like it's part of who we are as the Ngali family. They come and visit me and my wife. They bring their kids into our lives, and we can be infused and involved in our grand. And I'm already talking about being a grandparent. I've only got my kids are not even 10 years old yet. So honor your parents. Show your children how you want the legacy to be. If you are not talking to your parents, like it'll come back to you. Like karma is this crazy thing. If you dishonor your parents, like there's a good chance your kids may just be like, well, I guess this is how it is. So if you haven't picked up the phone, call your parents today. Tell them how much you love them. Message them every day. Remember, I think about this. I look at my kids who are 9, 6, and 3 right now. I'm like, man, I love my boys so much. I love them. I'm so grateful to be a father. And there's some gurus out there, they're not parents, and that's their path. My path is a parent, so I preach and teach and live this way of parenting, marriage, family. I mean, that's the whole point of the revolution, is to wake you up so you can prosper. And if you're not prospered financially, and that's the hindrance of you being a better father and husband, then you need to go prosper financially. If you're out of shape and unhealthy and your eating is shit, then fix that so you can better lead your family, lead yourself, lead your marriage. Brothers and sisters, honor your parents. Honor your mom and dad. Honor your step-parents. Honor your foster parents. Whatever parents and guardians who have led and taught and blessed your life. I love you, mom and dad. All of you. And I'm so grateful. It's your boy, Sitamagali, reminding you if you are going to create, yes, you are the creator of your life, to create that life that you love, a life of real radical results. It will require you to get into a relentless pursuit with the ruthless commitment to pay the piper every single day to get to the top of your mountains where your promised lands, prize and possibilities are waiting, just waiting for you. The revolution has begun. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.